His Holiness is a prominent figure in the current world of Tibetans. We all know who His Holiness is, but if you don't, you're about to find out. His Holiness the Dalai Lama is the spiritual leader of Tibetans, a race of humans that live in Tibet, which is a place in the inner ring of the Himalayas. The Dalai Lama is the former political leader of Tibet and is a kind and compassionate person. He is literally a father figure to all. Does he sound like someone that would do something bad? No. But recently there has been a post on the media which has depicted that the Dalai Lama is a bad person, that is someone that has committed sexual abuse. Tashidalik, I am a 13-year-old Tibetan boy named Tenzin Chokup Gunling, who will be talking to you about the reasons of this post, who was the perpetrator, what was the reaction of His Holiness and the other Tibetans, and why this is not true. Firstly, we need to talk about the post itself. What is it about? What makes it so bad? When did it come out? Well, this post was posted a few weeks ago and was about a recent conference that His Holiness had about a month ago. His Holiness was asked by an Indian child who was one of the organizers of the event, children, to have a hug. So His Holiness invited him up to the stage, showed him his cheek, and invited him to give him a kiss. First here. Then Dalai Lama kept hold of the boy, saying, I think also here, and then sucked my tongue. The Dalai Lama then said, sticking out his tongue forehead to forehead with the student. The Dalai Lama said this in a teasing way, because he would usually never make a serious comment telling someone to suck his tongue. Different countries have different ways of innocently teasing, and that is what His Holiness did in this moment. Anyways, that's all the video showed. This sparked an outcry of people saying that His Holiness was doing a bad thing and it was sexual abuse, etc. The Dalai Lama later apologized. What people didn't know was that there was more to that clip. After the initial suck my tongue thing, he held the boy's hand, held it close to his cheek, prayed for him, and then gave fatherly advice. He said to always look up to those who are good and not to those who are bad. An excellent piece of advice for someone so young. This happened in front of his family and over 150 students, distinguished people, and was broadcast live to millions of people. The gesture of kindness that His Holiness did was a sign of pure love, a kind of love that a father gives. His Holiness loves all people with pure, unconditional love. He sees people and gives advice to them for a greater life or for a problem that has occurred, and then gives a playful or an innocent gesture that makes you laugh and lightens up the mood. He is the living embodiment of happiness, kindness, and joy. Now, who sent this video? As said before, reporters and influencers paid by the CCP clip, edit, and post these ridiculous things. So basically, the CCP, or the Chinese Communist Party, were behind this event. Why would they do this? Well, on the 20th of March 2023, the Dalai Lama named and formally enthroned the 10th reincarnation of the Kalka Jetsun Dampa Rinpoche of Mongolia, one of the highest ranking positions in the Gelugpa, and became the head of the Gelugpa school in the landlocked region of Mongolia. The enthronement of the spiritual leader of Mongolia made the CCP very mad. This is because the CCP is trying to stop the spread of Buddhism and control the incarnations of Buddhist leaders, like Kalka Jetsun Dampa Rinpoche, and especially control the incarnation of the 15th Dalai Lama, the core of all Tibetan Buddhism. This is because the enthronement and finding a new prominent figure in Tibetan Buddhist religion, that means that China's worst fear has been confirmed. The 14th Dalai Lama, the retired head of politics and the spiritual leader of all Tibetans, is still active and expanding the religion of Buddhism. A week after the enthronement of the spiritual leader of Mongolia, the edited video of the Dalai Lama asking the boy to suck his tongue was released. Nearly instantaneously, a photo about content which was supposed to lower the people's opinion on Tibet, and especially His Holiness, came. What reaction did we, Tibetans, have? The Dalai Lama, who was defamed in an act of kindness that he had done to a child that has been misinterpreted. Well, the president of the Tibet in exile government, Sikyong Pempa Sitting, gave a statement about the video. Who was the mastermind behind this viral video? Who was the victim? It's not a child. He spoke at the New Delhi branch of Foreign Correspondents Club in South Asia on the 13th of April 2023. His Holiness is a man of kindness and compassion who is always caring for others. I mean, look at all these photos. His Holiness being kind and caring, and he is always just helping people. I mean, look at these photos. Okay, now, does His Holiness look like a person that would do that? Do you people that haven't posted negative things about His Holiness or believe that His Holiness was a bad person regret your decision? Do you see the truth? His Holiness is not a person that will do mean or hurtful things to others. He is an 87-year-old monk who has lived a life of compassion and hardships, a life with kindness and playfulness. He's a person that sees everyone equally, whether they're male or female, rich or poor, powerful or weak. For him, they're all equal of importance. To him, everyone shares an equal amount of importance. His Holiness formally apologized to all people that he had unintentionally hurted, even if he didn't do anything wrong. Don't you all know the difference between hurting people or teasing someone innocently? Also, on the topic of His Holiness hurting people, the people are also saying that he has committed sexual abuse. Here's another big question. Why would someone sexually abuse someone in front of a live audience and a live broadcast in front of hundreds of thousands of people watching? I don't think I've ever heard about something like this before. Even if you heard about something like this for one odd reason, why do it in front of the media, the child's family, and over 150 students? Why? Just why? Anyways, in conclusion, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama is the spiritual and venerated leader of Tibet. He is a kind and pure-hearted person. His whole life was spent on compassion, kindness, religious harmony, preserving peace around this world, and all Buddhists and Tibetans that believe or follow His Holiness's teachings around the world would trust him completely without any doubt. All people that have seen His Holiness in public or have seen him doing acts of kindness can vouch for His Holiness. His Holiness, he is not a bad person. His Holiness was just misinterpreted because of an act of kindness that he done for an Indian child, which is what the CCP wanted. The CCP wanted for everyone to misinterpret the video, and make His Holiness look like a bad person. I thank you all for listening to me. So I deeply appreciate you for listening. Thank you once again. Long live His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama and Pokilo.